Thanks, Dennis. Today I'm joined by former St. Mary's University linebacker and now BC Lion player Marcus Jean Losher. Marcus is from the Kitchener-Mixub Ininewug First Nation in Ontario. Marcus, thanks so much for joining us here. I imagine the last few days and weeks have been quite a whirlwind, so we do appreciate it. And first off, congratulations on being drafted by the BC Lions this week. When I say that, what's that mean to you, Marcus?
It means everything. Just having my dad play for the team. I was around the BC Lions a lot as a little kid. Saw them win their Grey Cup in '06, which is a really good experience. So hope I can bring some of those same vibes back to the team.
Well, like you just mentioned, your father also played in the CFL, being drafted by the Lions, so I imagine it's kind of a full circle moment there for you and your family. How big of a role did he play in your life, and what are some of the things he taught you growing up?
He played a pretty big role in my life. He taught me a lot about football, definitely showed me the ropes when it came to playing defense. He played defensive end, so he was able to pass along some pass rush moves along to me. Just defensive knowledge in general, how to play hard, things like that.
And a few months ago, Marcus, I talked with CFL official Brian Krupolo, who also happens to be Indigenous. How important is it that there is Indigenous representation within the league? I mean, it's been around for over 100 years. How important is it that there are Indigenous people playing and you know, being a ref in the league?
I think it's definitely important for Indigenous representation. There hasn't been a whole lot that's been known, but I think that's going to change here soon. Even at these last two combines alone, there's plenty of Indigenous players that I met. And it's definitely important. It's important for little kids to look up to professional players that are doing it real life action and not have anyone to look to is hard. So
Well,
important.
On that note, Marcus, how important is your culture to you? And second to that, do you believe you can be that role model for Indigenous youth, to be somebody that they look up to and not shy away from about showing their culture and who they are?
Yeah, it's definitely important to me. My family has tried to pick up on it as much as we can throughout the years. My grandpa passed away, but before he passed, he would always teach me and my cousins the language, different traditions. And then, sorry, what was the second question?
And then just the second part of that is do you think you can be that role model for other Indigenous youth that might be looking for somebody to look up to?
Yeah, I definitely think I could be that role model eventually, if not now, going into the CFL.
And just last one for you here, Marcus. And then as a player, like what kind of a player are the BC Lions getting with yourself?
With myself, I believe I'm very relentless. I'm always giving my all on the field. I love to be around the ball. Playing on defense especially, that's what we're asked to do. To play hard and play with a good IQ.
Well, Marcus, thanks so much for this, and best of luck this season and going forward. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.